Hello students, today we are going to solve the exercise 11.1 visualizing solid shapes, where we have the different views of the three-dimensional shapes. So let us understand what is the view. A picture of a particular place or object that we can see from a particular place, or to look at something in a complete or careful way is the meaning of view. Let us take a 3D object, for example a car. When we observe this car from the different views, we are able to see the car from the front will look like as this, but when we observe the car from the side, we will observe this. But from the top, we are able to see only the roof of the car, not the side of the car. So here the three different front and side and top view of the car. Let us take one more example, a house. So a house, when we observe it from the front, it will look like this, where we are observing the door and windows from the front, but from the side we are able to see only the half portion of the roof and some windows, but from the top we are able to see the full part of the roof. So all these are the different views of a 3D object. So the 3D objects, as it has the 3 dimension, we can observe any 3D object from the different views. So let us start the exercise. Question number 1. For each of the given solid, we have to match the side and top view for the given object. Let us consider the figure bottle. It will look like this. Only we have to match the side and top view of the bottle. So among these, third column, the bottle will be the correct. This is the top view of the bottle. Take the weight. Weight will look like this. From the side, we have to match the top view of the weight is correct. Now the flask, it will look like this from the side, but from the top we are able to see only the upper portion of the flask. Let us take the cup and saucer. Cup and saucer will look like this. From the top it will look like the circular part, only the circular part of the cup and saucer. So it is the third option for the top view of the cup and saucer. Now last container, it will look like this from the side, whereas from the top we are able to see only the cap of the container as well as the upper rectangular part of the container. So only in this question we have to match the side and top view of the given object. Let us consider the second problem, where we have to given the object and we have to identify the views of the object. So when we observe the figure number A, almirah, we observe almirah, that first figure is shown, that is that front view. The second figure shows the side view of the almirah, and the third, the rectangle, shows the top view of the almirah. Now consider the matchbox. Matchbox, the first figure shows this is the side view, and this is from the front. We are able to see front, that is some matchsticks are there when we open it. So this is the front part of the matchbox. But from the top, when we observe the matchbox, we have some figure or some design on this box. So this designing portion shows the top view of the matchbox. Let us take the example of television. Television, the side, top and front views is shown. We have to identify the first figure, where we are able to see the screen as well as some switches for the television. So the screen and the front portion with the switches is the first front view. The second, we are able to see the side of the television and in the third, from the top we are able to see the rectangle, some part of the trapezium, or like this, from the top we are able to see only the upper part of the television. So third shows the top view of the television. Now the car, as in the previous example we have done with the car. This is the front view, this one is the side view, and this one is the top view of the car. Now let us consider the same problem for given object, where we have to again identify the top, front and side view of the given object. So consider the top view of this first figure, where we have from the top we observe 1, 2 and 3 squares are there. So the figure first shows the 3 squares. So this is definitely the top view of the given figure, given object. From the side when we observe we have the 2 squares. So second option is the side view and the third option is the front view. Now the second object, when we consider from the side, we observe this one first and this is the second square. So the first option is shows the side view, whereas from the front when we observe this second object 1, 2 and this one is the third 3 squares 1, 2 and 3, these 3 squares we are able to see. So the option number 3 is the top, but the option number 2 is the front view of the given object. Let us consider the C object, where when we observe this C figure, C object, from the top we have the 1 square and this is 1, 2 squares are there. So first option is the top view, the second option is the 3 squares. From the side we are able to see 1, 2 and 3 squares. So second option is the side view and the last is the front view. Similarly for the D option also we can identify 1, 2 and 3 squares are able to see from the top. So this third option is the top view, and from the front we are able to see 1, 2, 3 and 4 squares are there. So second option is the front view, whereas the first option is the side view. Now in these questions we have the match the views, also we have identified the views, but in the next problem we will draw the views of the given object. Let us consider the tent. So when we observe the tent from the front, as in the given figure, the tent from the front it will look like a triangle. So this is the front view. From the side it will look like a parallelogram, and from the top 2 parallelograms are attached from one side. So the 2 parallelograms are the roof of the tent. So for the top view we are able to see the 2 parallelograms joined with a side. Let us consider the second example, dice. Clearly in this example we have the top view has the number 2, the front view has the number 3 and the side view has the number 1. So the number 2 shows in the top view, whereas the number 1 shows the side view and the number 3 shows in the front view. So in this way we are able to draw the views of the given 3D objects.